Good morning and welcome. I'm Celeste and this is my channel, Celeste Creates. Welcome to FlossTube number 45. It has been a month. It has been a whole month since I filmed a FlossTube video, and like I said, I was hoping to make sure I did every 2 weeks, but November got really busy, and then with the holiday, and then I don't know, I always think, oh, I'm gonna finish this first so I can show them, or I'm gonna wait till I get this and then I'll show them. So one thing leads to another, and right, a month goes by and I haven't filmed a FlossTube. So, but I know y'all are just the best and the sweetest and the kindest out there, and I know you forgive me. And I'm so thankful that you are back with me today. If you are a returning viewer, a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I am so happy that you are here today. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. You've got 44 more episodes to go back and catch up on. And so enjoy that while you're stitching. I hope you will find something here to inspire you, to hopefully not get you in too much trouble as you click away and maybe buy a few things. But I just love coming here and sharing what I'm working on. My love of cross stitch and quilting, and gosh, now, you know, crochet and wool and just all the things. There's so many fun things to create, and I think I'm a creator at heart, right? I think God actually, in a way, put that in all of us, right? That we are like him in that way, that we are creators ultimately. And I just love to create and make a beautiful home and make beautiful things. So welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. So November has come and gone, and we had a great November. It was cool-ish here. It's had some really nice weather. It was really cool and breezy yesterday. It's cool today, and then I think over the next 5 or 6 days we'll be back in the 70s and probably have some humidity, but we enjoy it when it comes, and it does make it feel more fallish. I mean, technically winter doesn't begin until the end of December, so for us we're still in fall. I think we just kind of have a, I'm not sure we ever get to winter here, but anyway, it's been great. It's a beautiful day today, and I'm always just so thankful for our beautiful weather, whatever it is, even if it's rain, right? We're thankful. So let's see, we had Thanksgiving last week. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you who celebrate here in the United States. And my 2 oldest came home from Benedictine on Tuesday night last week, so they were only supposed to come home Wednesday night and then leave Sunday, but they got to come home a day early, and so that was really fun to have them home a little bit longer. And we had a great time celebrating. We had all our family that could make it to our house on Thanksgiving Day, and that was really great because I don't think we've done that since before COVID. So that was really nice. We enjoyed that. Had a great meal. Ate way too much for days, and had a really great time with all of my kids home, and playing games, and we got the tree decorated and the house decorated. We still have to do the lights and things outside, but that will happen hopefully this next weekend. And I just love decorating early for Christmas. I know growing up we did not do that. We didn't decorate early. For my family growing up, we didn't decorate until December 8th, which in the Catholic Church is the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. And so somehow that was the date that my mom, we could finally decorate for Christmas. And I'm not sure if that was something that she learned in Catholic school growing up, but that was kind of how it was. And I know people who don't put up the tree until Christmas Eve, but I love to put it up early, and not super early, but you know, the day after, the weekend after Thanksgiving, and then just really settle back into the season of Advent, which began this past Sunday, and just really enjoy the lights, enjoy you know, the beautiful decorations and the things that we love, and then just really spend that that time of Advent. Hopefully not running too much, but really focusing on the season of Advent. So that is what we've been up to. I've been up to a lot of stitching and sewing, and I might do a quilty tube here in a little bit. You can see kind of my cutting table back here is a mess with a project, so I'm making a pillow cover. But today I will show you cross stitch and wool, I think. So I'll leave the rest for a quilty tube, and maybe I'll film that soon. So since I last saw you, we're just gonna kind of go have some finishes and some FFOs. So I'm gonna back up because the day I last filmed, I guess it was on Halloween, I actually finished that day a particular chart. Right? Yeah. This is so cute. So I finished this, and I think I fully finished it the next day. So this is the chart. It came out this year, called Autumn's Acorn Gathering. It's it's by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. And it's these two cute squirrels. I love squirrels. And they, in the chart, she does them as two separate pieces, two separate pillows or whatever. But kind of like my Ida Mae crow and Ira Ray crow. I'll insert a picture of those right here. I love how I put the Ida and Ira together and they face each other, and so I knew I wanted to do that similar with these two squirrels. And I don't remember if I gave them names. They need names. So this is really fun to stitch. It did not take very long, and so I kind of altered the border a little bit so that I didn't stitch a border twice, and so there they are. And then I used this really pretty cheddary fabric to make the pillow and stuffed it, and somehow I mean I got it nice and flat. I'm happy without it, but there's a lump somewhere. There's like a lump here that I'm not happy with, but it's done. And then I did some little X stitching. I know that has a name and I can't think of it right now. And then I sewed a button on in this really sweet little acorn charm that a friend gave me. And that was done, and that was out on my hallway table during fall. So really glad I got that done. I think I stitched this with, I know I stitched it with April. No, April did this one too, my friend April _ heirlooms, and I know she finished hers, I think you did, April. Okay. All right, then after that, let's get the other fall one out of the way. Maybe the next day or pretty soon after that, I finished another small chart by Brenda Gervais called October OKTOBER. So not October OC, but October, kind of like a German, I guess, way to say it, OKTOBER, feast. And I stitched that real quick and finished it up, and I think I made a mistake on his tail and then decided if I switched around some colors, I didn't need to change it. So here he is, another cute squirrel. Love that. Super easy, quick stitch. Brenda Gervais, love it. So I used a piece of foam core. I think I'm out of mat board. I need to buy some more mat board. I should have done that at Hobby Lobby. And then just laced it. I put graduated layers of batting here on the top to make it kind of curve, and then I laced it. And then I love what's called peach lusterware. This is a dish. It was made by Fire King, and it was called peach lusterware. And I have several pieces of it, and I just love it. It just says fall to me. Beautiful color of peach lusterware. And so I had the saucer, and this is kind of what I designed it for. I didn't attach it to the saucer. It was just sitting on my table like this, but that's what you would see, is the sweet little squirrel sitting on my pretty piece of peach lusterware. So I love it when I can find a dish or something old to use for cross stitch, and it just is really fun to me. So it's fun to look for creative ways to finish it. And then, you know, if I ever need this for something else, so it's not affixed, I can just lay it in there. It was great. So I really enjoyed that, having that out for fall, and it was a fun piece. Okay, I had to take a break and answer a math question. And while I did that, I got the couple of charts out that I just showed you. So here is Autumn's Acorn Gathering from Brenda Gervais, the 2 squirrels. So there's that one. Here is October Feast. Like it. There's stickers. Let's see, turn this around. Stickers on. Oh no, the sticker is on the. Oh, okay, never mind. October Feast. She has it like on a little tray or something. Let's see. So then I grabbed the next one. I had found this particular chart up at the Silver Needle in Tulsa, and I hadn't seen it before. It's called The Christmas Bird by Brenda Gervais. And I just loved that. I almost feel like I could leave it out all year long. It's just so pretty. So I stitched that on 36 count chestnut from Weeks, I think. Is it Weeks Chestnut? Yep. Chestnut by Weeks Dye Works. Used all the called for flosses. Stitched it. It was a really quick stitch as well. So then I finished it, and then I FFO'd it. I found a frame on Amazon that had something else in it, and it's just a plastic frame. It was $10, and I thought it might work really well. So here is the little frame I bought on Amazon. It had some little inspirational verse in it, so I took that out. And it covered up just a little bit of the stitching, but I really like how it turned out and how it looks. This is that beautiful brown chestnut fabric. It's so pretty. I just love this. It's so beautiful. And so I did that, and then I put some buttons on some floss, and actually, there's the back. I just glued it and covered it with a piece of batting. And then to keep it in place, there's actually a little dot of glue that you can't see. Yep, you can't see it. Right here, that's kind of holding that string where I want it. And so this sits on an easel downstairs with some other Christmas decorations. And I just love how that turned out. So that's the frame. I'll put a link to it below. It could be a really great little frame for other oval projects. So it's, you know, just have an eye out for, oh, I could use that for this, or you know, it wasn't a frame intended for framing my cross stitch, but it had some other thing in it, but it turned out great. So I really love that. I love how that turned out. So I did that, and I worked for a little while. I'll pull my basket of whips up and I'll show you those in a little bit here. But then I started, did I start this with April too? I always forget. Anyway, maybe she started it before I did. I'm having a little trouble with my pin, getting it where I want it to stay. I forget how I did it, but anyway. You're gonna sit here and watch me while I mess with my finished product here. Okay, it's not gonna cooperate at the moment. Okay. So I stitched Cardinal Kin, and I think we've all seen that on Instagram and such, because I think everybody is stitching it. And if you're not, you will be soon. So Cardinal Kin came out from Plum Street Samplers just recently. Love cardinals, love birds really. And so this is Cardinal Kin all stitched up. I did the lighter version, whatever, the one that was more red of the two. Okay, so stitch that, and I stitched this on a piece of 36 count Nantucket Brew by R&R. Really like how that turned out and looks. Get all that a little closer, is that better? Love those cardinals. And I used some really pretty green, I think it's a pretty match, Lady Dot velveteen on the back, and I stuffed this one completely with lizard litter. My friend Chrissy shared a bag of lizard litter with me, and so this one is completely stuffed with lizard litter, and I love how it feels. So that beautiful velveteen. This is a piece of Lady Creates. Like, what do you call that? It's not silk, but this pretty little ribbon. It's not twill. Anyway. And I think that color is called Rust. And then I put a pin, a little bulb pin, and a little charm for my friend. It says peace on earth. And so that is laying downstairs with, it's actually on the same table with my my Christmas bird. They're kind of together. So anyway, I really love how that turned out. It was a pretty quick stitch as well. And I love how, I don't want to do every pillow this way, but boy, I love how those, the crushed walnut shells feels inside. So got that finished, and then I did this with, oh, it's got stuff all over it. My friends, the Saturday Stitchers, Kim, K. Goldman 63, and Merritt Crawford, So Just Because, Buzz. So bad at this today. And then April, Heirlooms. We stitched together this chart from Heartstring Samplery called Love and Joy. And I think we all picked our own color for red, or I think April did a red and green. And we stitched this again. It was a pretty quick stitch. I chose, this is 36 count Faustina linen by Tropical Stitches, my favorite linen dyer. I'll add her link below, and y'all can go order some linen and support her this season. She's a dear sweet person and makes beautiful linen. So I love this verse from Christmas song, Love and Joy Come to You. So I did that on that linen, and I stitched mine with some Gloriana silk in Schoolhouse Red. I am still not a fan of silk, so it's okay. You don't have to be. You could stitch with all DMC if you wanted, forever and ever, and be happy. It's just not my favorite. I don't love it enough to spend the money on it at this point. But as I've told you before, I don't say never, because every time I do, something happens. So I'm not going to say never. But I did it with some silk that I just already had. I think I did a Valentine piece with this red, and finished it into a pillow. This one is just stuffed with fiberfill, and that's a piece of Lady Creates. I think this is Chili Velveteen. I just love the velveteen. I think I could do everything with velveteen. And then another little charm from my friend, this little bell, and I sewed it on. I sewed it on nice and tight, so it ain't going anywhere. Super pretty. So me and my Saturday Stitcher friends had a really good time stitching that one up. All right, so next, let me show you a couple other finishes that I have that are not fully finished yet, because I am waiting until I finished all the ones I want to do. So I decided this year, every year, my kids get an ornament from Santa, and this year is the first year, I guess, that all my kids know that, you know, the mystery of Santa. So instead of buying an ornament, I decided that I was going to start cross-stitching them ornaments each year. So I hope that is a tradition that will stick, because I've really been enjoying it. I have one for my husband. I think I'm going to stitch one for him too. I think I can get them all done. And then 5 more ornaments for my kids. I have 3 down and 3 to go. I think I've already showed you this because I finished it back in October, I think. This is from the Prairie Schooler leaflet called Starry Night, and there's 6 nativity themed charts on that in that leaflet. And I borrowed this from a friend, and I'm stitching mine. I think I gave it in the last video. I told you that I'm stitching mine in, I think all this here, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's blue. It's dark blue, but it called for black, but I changed it to dark blue so it would go with the other blues. And the gold, I think, was supposed to, Okay, so here's the chart, Starry Night, and you can see I stitched this one, and it called for the black, but I will show you that I chose 939 instead of the black. I chose DMC 939. So the other three blues are called for, the 3752, 930, 931. Those are all called for. And then instead of, I just love how they all look together. Instead of the black, I did 939. And then this substitution right here was given. It said instead of the Krynic, you can use DMC 3820. So that was given. It was the 939 that I chose to substitute for the black. So I would like to stitch a couple more of those before I return it to my friend. And that is one ornament. So I'm pretty sure that one is going to be for my husband. And then I stitched this one. So I bought the CD, and I should just go, okay, I'm back. I bought this CD, DVD, whatever it's called, the Christmas Ornament Collection from 1997 to 2013. It's the Just Cross Stitch magazine, so all those issues from those years, each Christmas ornament issue is on here, and you can just digitally go through them. And that ends at 2013, so I'd love someday if they would do another, what's that? Is that 16 years? No. Yeah, 16 years, another 16 years of ornament magazines. And so I have been using that to find some ornaments to stitch. And this first one is called Christmas with Jane Austen, and it's on a scrap of something. I used the called for colors, I think, for the most part. And I just love this one. So this one obviously is going to be for my daughter. I really don't think my four sons want a Jane Austen ornament, but you never know. So here it is. To be fond of dancing was a certain step toward falling in love. So that one is for my daughter. And then I finished one more the other day. This is on a scrap of, oh, I love this linen. This is Bee's Knees by Seraphim. I could order some more of that linen and be really happy. So it's called Love Was Born, and this was another one from the magazine CD. And I don't remember who made it, but it's so cute. Little baby Jesus there. I may have used one or two called for colors, but then I chose some of my own. So whatever I think they called for, I didn't have all of them, and so I just picked out, looked at the picture in the magazine and picked out some things that would work. And my youngest son thinks he knows who that one's for, but I'm not telling because I don't know yet. I don't know who's getting what, other than Nicole and my husband. So I am working on a third one, which hopefully I can show you once I get it done. And then I've got two more after that. So right now I am really enjoying working on those, and they're going pretty quickly. And then I'll have to finish them all, fully finish them all, and they'll probably all be different, but it'll be fun. It'll be really fun. So I bought that off of 123 Stitch, and it's a great collection to have. And now I think I'm ready to show you everything else I've been working on and what I have in my basket downstairs by my stitching chair. Okay, as you can see, I switched my stitching chair over here in the corner. My main stitching chair, of course, is down in the den where the TV and the sofas are, but I had the rocking chair over here, and it was kind of uncomfortable to sit in and stitch. So this little chair was in my house growing up, and it was down in my bedroom, but I rarely sat in it in my bedroom. My kids would come in and sit in it late at night and decide to talk to me. So they were a little bummed that I moved it up here. But I put the rocking chair down there so they still have somewhere to sit. And then I moved this one up here, and I'm really, really enjoying having this chair up here. It just kind of swivels and rocks, and it's just a comfortable little chair. I really like it. So that's got stuff in it that I'll show you in a minute. But here is my basket, right? one of my Longaberger baskets. I think this one was my mom's. She bought this one and then gave it to me. So some of this I haven't touched. It's just here in case I want to touch it. But I will show you what I've been working on and what I plan to continue working on. So I showed you probably last time because I had finished one of them. I had started this series and I've got 2 of them in here. From Little House Needleworks. This is the Hometown Holiday series. And the 2 that I have in here are the bookstore. And then this is the one I'm working on right now, the quilt shop. So I had this grand idea that I would stitch the quilt shop, the needlework shop, and the bookshop all on one, all next to each other in a row, and then I'm going to turn them into a drum. So the last time I would have shown you I'd finished the needlework shop, and right now I have been working the last couple nights on the quilt shop here. So the bookshop is going to go here, and oh, there goes my stuff. The needlework shop has been done, and now I'm adding the, okay, this is getting, now I'm adding the quilt shop. So cute. Quick stitch, really fun. I love how they're turning out. So all 3 of those, and then I'm going to wrap it and make a drum. And here's all my flosses. This is the combination of all the flosses that are in the 3 charts together. I just put them all on one ring. Some are overlap between the charts and some are not. And so those are all there. Some are DMC and some are over dyed, but I'm really enjoying that, and I would like to finish the quilt shop here real soon, and then I don't know if I'll take a break and work on something else or if I'll move on to the bookshop. But those are my 3 favorite things to do, so they will be on a Christmas drum. Oh, look who's coming. Hi, Doug. Doug, you want to come say hi? Come, up, come. No, come. This way, over here. Come say hi. Can you come say hi? You were on Instagram yesterday. Can you say hi? Say hi, Doug. Say hi. He had a haircut right before Thanksgiving, and so he's soft and looks like a little puppy again. So, all right, goodbye. Good boy. Yeah, you can go now. You can go now. It's good. Okay, so next that I have worked on is something that I would like to finish at least by Christmas. Maybe it won't be fully finished before Christmas, but this is Joy and Noel from Blackbird Designs, and there's other I borrowed this book from somebody first when I started the sampler, and then oh, he's gonna lay on my stuff. Oh, Doug. Doug, you're laying on my stuff. He's laying on a couple of project bags and a few items I wanted to share with you. Here, I'll let him stay. Can I just take those? Thank you. Okay, you can stay. That's good. Okay. Okay, so he'll be right here. As I was saying, somebody loaned this book to me to begin with, and that's how I started the sampler. And then somebody else offered to give me their copy, and I was so thrilled. That was so generous, and I'm very, very thankful. So I'm stitching the sampler on the front, and there's some other really, really pretty projects in here. But there you can see it again. I love the colors. It's just so beautiful. So, so pretty. One of the prettiest colors. So that is here, and I can't remember. Let me look back and see, because I started this last year. And I can't remember what linen I put it on. I started this. I can just kind of look at that while I work on this. I'm finding what I did. Okay, Joy Noel. I started this on Christmas last year. Okay. 36 count Winter Moon with all the called for colors. And so this is Winter Moon. I do love Winter Moon. It is a great cream color that I just really enjoy stitching with. Here are the gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Look at all those. I mean, just really beautiful. The lavenders, the blues, the green, the gold. Oh, just so pretty. Look at all this. Really, really pretty. Little scraggly there, but pretty. Okay, and then I will show you what I've gotten done. And there are Smyrna crosses, and there are eyelets, and I've decided I like eyelets. I don't mind them at all. And there's what I have done. Isn't that pretty? Look at those colors. So beautiful. Such a fun one to work on. So like I said, I'd love to have this done by Christmas, by the end of the year. We'll see how much I can get done. That probably would be the one sampler that I would like to finish. So working on that. What's in my basket? Doug looks so comfy. Okay, this one I have not worked on. Let me look and see. Right, so I showed you this. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to show you there that I showed you last time. I have another Christmas sampler, Mary Jane Chandler. I had pulled out Smith sampler. Did I work on that? I showed you that last time because I didn't work on that this time. This is no. Okay, so then this is the only other one I think I need to show you that I started. So I had this kitted for I don't know how long. Just sitting, waiting to be started, and I finally had decided that I was going to start, it just looks so funny. I was going to start this sampler on the first Sunday of Advent, which was this past Sunday, and got it all ready to go, and then just decided I was going to start it early because I just couldn't wait. So I did. The linen that I wanted for it came, and so I started it. This is an amazing sampler. This is just my black and white copy, A Savior's Praise from Shakespeare's Peddler. I know I've shown this to you before. You can insert a color picture here. And I want to give credit to Lori Holt for that picture. You can find that picture of this. The original picture is what I showed you, and then you can go to Lori Holt's Instagram or her FlossTubes and see the color changes that she made to A Savior's Praise, and I incorporated her color changes because I really loved, particularly there was a red and a green that she used that really brightened it up, and I really liked that. So I started that the Tuesday before Thanksgiving because I just couldn't wait. I got myself some 36 count light mocha, and I'm using the DMC, not the, it calls for the Anchor and then a few weeks dye works. I'm using the DMC, a couple of the weeks dye works that I had, and then a couple of DMC changes that Lori Holt made. And so here's the colors. Always a mess. Got a threaded needle in there. Okay, here's that red. These are the only 2 weeks dye works. It's Grits and Teal Frost. Those are the ones I'm using. The other two were Whiskey and River Rock that I didn't have, and I'm just using the DMC for those. And then this is the, is this it? This is the red that Lori Incorporated, 38, 31, and this wonderful green, 320. So that's all my colors, and here's the progress. I mean, this is so much fun to stitch. Yes, it's big. It will be a big stitch, but it's going really quickly and it's really fun to stitch. So this is the border, the left corner of the border, top left. Super fun to stitch. I feel like every time, that's my son. Every time that you go, you just keep stitching and then you get to another part and there's a little, like a little surprise or something new and different. There's so much change in this border and so many different elements that it is just such a fun border to stitch. And I haven't even started, well, barely started on the middle. I did some borders. And I just love how much fun this is. It is really fun. I'm gonna be really tempted to get back to that as well because it's just a super enjoyable stitch. So it is 313 by 370, so not as big as, not as big as, Consider the Lilies. But this feels like it's going faster, at least the border part does. So yeah, long-term project, but I'm really glad I started it. And this is by Shakespeare's Peddler, which is Kitten Stitcher. And I am super, super enjoying that and can't wait to work on that one some more. So I think everything is calling to me right now. So just a great stitch. I love that. Here's my bag that I made from Blackbird Design. So I think that's all I have to show you in my basket that sits downstairs. So I know today I will continue working on my my quilt shop, my little thing that's going to be a drum. So then I think the only other cross stitch related things I have to show you are what I want to work on. So let me bend down and pick up the stuff that Doug was laying. Okay, can you believe it's already December? I cannot believe it. December 1st. So the only two definite plans that I have, other than working on the things I showed you, finishing ornaments and that sort of thing, are two samplers. So on Christmas Day, or somewhere thereabouts, the Saturday Stitchers and the Saturday Stitchers, are all going to start Margaret Beatty from Hands Across the Sea. I can insert a color picture here. So pretty. I love that one. So we are going to start that on, I'm going to start it for sure on Christmas. I forget if somebody else is doing like Christmas Eve, but kind of right in there. The colors for this are just to die for. I am going to stitch mine on this beautiful piece of Louisa linen by Tropical Stitches. Isn't that beautiful? Go guys, go run and buy some. She has got beautiful linen, feels good, very, very pretty. So this is called Louisa. And here are the DMCs. Look at those. Wow. They are just so pretty. And I can't wait to work on this one. It's going to be really pretty. Look at all that. Lovely, huh? So that is going to be a Christmas Day start. I'm looking forward to that. April, I think April and Kim and Merritt, I think we're all starting that. So that is coming on Christmas Day. And then on New Year's Day, my friend Merritt and I and my friend Chrissy, CM Keller 5, on Instagram, we're going to start a sampler on the 1st of New Year, New Start, right? And it is called Harriet Charlesworth, 1822, from the Wishing Thorn. I can insert a picture here. And Harriet is just lovely, and I think one of the things, and Merritt found this, and I was like, yes, I would love to stitch that with you. I love the verse, which says, let me see if I can read it. This God is the God we adore, our faithful, unchangeable friend, whose love is as large as his power. and neither knows measure nor end. 'Tis Jesus the first and the last, whose spirit shall guide us safe home. We'll praise him for all that is past and trust him for all that's to come. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. So, so pretty. So we are going to start this sampler. I chose just a good old vintage country mocha. Love it. This is a bigger sampler, not huge, but bigger. 240 by 279, so not too bad. And here are the DMCs. So I think that's gonna all look. This one, just like hanging it here. Let me see if I can arrange this so you can see it all. This one I wanted to make sure that I picked a go linen because you'll see, once I hold it up here, if I can, that it has got, you can see it's got this yellowy color, it's got this creamy golden, it's got this yellow, this one, and this one. I really wanted to make sure that I picked something that those were going to show up on and not get lost in a creamier fabric. So I just decided I had the vintage country mocha. I think it'll look really pretty on here, and that's what I'm going with. So that will be New Year, New Start. So that, I think, is all the cross stitch. So next, I want to show you, I have been having a really good time working with wool applique. Our guild did a little class back in, was it October? We had a little class about wool applique, and that was really fun. I had done little bits in the past, but it's something that I really wanted to get back into. And so when I was at the Houston Quilt Festival, at the beginning of November, that was kind of one of the things I was looking for. There was barely any cross stitch. Even Silver Needle, who was supposed to be there, wasn't there. So I really wasn't looking for that. I didn't need a whole lot of quilting stuff. I bought a couple things. I'll show you that in FlossTube. But was really kind of looking for some of the wool stuff. And so there's a shop that I found. I found several. I bought a couple of bags of wool scraps, and then there was this little shop, and I had come across it online, and I don't think I knew they were going to be there. Anyway, I came across their booth at the Quilt Festival, and it's called So Cherished, S-E-W, So Cherished, and they have some of the cutest wool patterns and kits, and they just had a great booth at the Quilt Festival, and so I bought several things from them. So the first one, and I haven't finished this, I was hoping to finish it before Thanksgiving, but I just kind of ran out of time. So I think I'm going to finish adhering the things to the fabric and then put it away for, I'll do it for next year. So this one's called Autumn Glory, and it has two little buttons. There's another one in there somewhere. Autumn Glory, and they had it made into a pillow. So this was a kit, came with the fabric for the back, and then here's what I've worked on so far. And I've got all the other little pieces ready to go. So some are just, a couple of them are glued down, but most of them are sewed down or stitched down. And I realized that I prefer, instead of a blanket stitch, I prefer the method that it's Maggie Bonomi uses. So I watched a couple of videos, and I think this is also the method that Carol Saltbox Stitcher uses. Maggie Bonomi's wool applique. She does with two colors of just plain thread. I like to keep things simple. I like it, that I can just really pick it up and work on it, and it's not too hard, right? So instead of changing colors all the time, I decided on, I really enjoy, doesn't mean I'll do everyone this way. Some may lend themselves to blanket stitch or other sort of floss for the embroidery, but for the most part, I really like her idea of using these two floss colors, thread colors. This is all she used. This is just plain old Coats and Clark dual duty all-purpose thread. and she uses the color Summer Brown, and then like a cream or an ecru for some pale pieces. I love that. That's a great idea. I'm sold. And so then that's how I've been attaching the pieces. So then I already had a few of the silky 12 weight cotton petites, and I ordered a few more in kind of some Christmas and fall colors, some basics that I could use to do the any kind of embroidery. So like if you notice on this one, you know, there's some embroidery that you need to do here, and some stems and things like that. So I thought I don't want a really bold thread, and so I'm going to try using some of these silky petites. They're inexpensive and can be used for other things. These are fun to use on 32 count linen for me to stitch with. I've done a blackbird stocking with the red, so I like that. And then it's just, they're cheaper than some of the pearl cottons, and so I'm gonna give those a try. So I'm gonna try and work on that. So then I bought a couple more kits, and I had seen this one, somebody in the guild had stitched, I think this one, and it was just so cute. I love that. Oh, Holy Night. I might not put that. I might just put Holy, regular Holy, but I love the church and the sea. So that would be fun to work on for Christmas. And that's a kit. Came ready to go. And then this one, I don't think I will do all of these this year, but this cute little, these little circles. This is called Snowflake Squad. Let me pull out the chart so you can see it just a little better. Aren't they cute? Love snowman collection. So I really love those, and we'll see. I don't know how many I'll make this year, but it was a kit, and it came with the cute little buttons to go with it. So we got that. There's some cute stuff. And then I remembered that I had this, and I bought this early on in my years of going to the quilt festival. This is Plum Creek Collectibles, and I still have this, and I'm so excited because I just pulled this out and made sure I knew where it was so that I could do this in some future time. Little Town of Bethlehem. I just love the little nativity pieces. So I love this down here, how they're all in a row. So we'll see. I remembered I had that. I'd hoped I'd had it and didn't get rid of it, and I didn't. It was still there. So yay. So pulled that and put that with my wool stuff. And so I think the last thing I have is to announce a giveaway. So, okay, so I know that I have been remiss in putting the previous giveaways in the mail, so please forgive me. That will happen. I am so sorry. But again, like I said at the beginning of the video, y'all are the sweetest, kindest, most patient. So, the last time I had 3 things to give away. One was this set of charts to, these are wool pieces that I have finished. I want to pass the chart along to you. Both of these, the word was wool, and so the winner for these little wool charts is so congratulations. I will comment on your comment, and you can email me with your address, and I will get that in the mail, I promise. Okay, which made me remember I need to do Christmas cards and buy stamps. Okay, the next one I had for a giveaway was this beautiful chart, Winter Garden, from Hello from Liz Matthews. The word for that was winter, and I just loved reading all your comments. So the winner for this one is all right, congratulations. I will comment on your comment and get that in the mail once I get your address. And the last one is this chart, Quaker Christmas from Bygone Stitches. So pretty. I think my friend Annie Proper Stitcher has been working on this one. The keyword was Christmas, and the winner for this is congratulations. All right, I will comment on your comments, and like I said, y'all can email me with your address, and I will get those in the mail for you here soon, plus the others that I have not done yet. And so I think that's all I have to share with you today. But before I go, I'll show you a couple things. Like I said at the beginning, in the church, this is the season of Advent. The first Sunday of Advent was this past Sunday. So this is the first week of Advent. This year, because of the way Christmas falls, we get a whole full 28 days, 4 weeks of Advent. And kind of like Lent in the church, where we are preparing for Jesus's passion, death, and resurrection. We use this time, this liturgical time of Advent, to prepare for our Savior's coming at Christmas. And so we have an Advent wreath, have some special prayers, we have things we do for Advent, and then I always like to do something myself. My favorite book in the past several years to read is this one, and it's a daily book that I read. It's called Come, Lord Jesus, and it is Meditations on the Art of Waiting by Mother Mary Frances. So the story here is there is an order of nuns called the Poor Clares, and there is an abbey, a monastery in Roswell, New Mexico. And from a long time ago, my husband's grandfather, they lived in Roswell, and he communicated with these nuns. They're cloistered nuns, but he would take them food, or just communicate with them, and so write letters. After they moved away, they wrote letters and sent donations to these cloistered Poor Clare nuns. And this lovely lady, Mother Mary Frances, was the abbess for a very long time at the monastery. And so my husband's grandfather, supported and just communicated, and had these nuns praying for him. My mother-in-law and father-in-law have communicated with them all their married life. When my husband and I got married, we started sending them donations and communicating with them, and they would send us letters and little things to read. And a few years ago, we went to Colorado, and on the way we went to Roswell, saw the church where my in-laws got married, and visited the monastery. And it was just really neat, because Mother Mary Frances is no longer living, but I was telling my oldest son the other day, I said, she's been praying for you and knows who you are since, when you were born, because we were already, sending them letters and Christmas cards. We'd send them baby announcements. And so when we went to visit them back in 2019, 2008, somewhere in there, they were like, they knew who we were, because they said that our Christmas card would always hang on their bulletin board. And so it was just really special. Mother Mary Frances was a beautiful, spiritual light writer. She has a Lent book. She has a book about the Poor Clare nuns, and just her writing is so practical and yet so beautiful and so deep. So I have one that I read for Lent, and then I really love reading this one for Advent. So that is something that I'm doing every day. And then with my sweet, sweet friend, Merritt Crawford, we found out that we both loved the artwork and the books written by Ruth Chow. I guess it's Chow or Chu, Ruth Chu or Chow Simons. And I have her book called Beholding and Becoming. I'll have to link that below. Beautiful book, beautiful artist, beautiful writer. And so Merritt and I saw that this was coming out this year. It's called Emmanuel, an invitation to prepare him room at Christmas and always. And this started on December 1st, so this starts today. And I mean, just her artwork is just beautiful. It makes me want to paint too, but just here's a sample. So beautiful. So beautiful artwork and beautiful words. And so Mara and I started this today as another way to prepare our hearts for Jesus' coming at Christmas during the season of Advent. So prepare your hearts during this season. Prepare a place for him to come and make his home in your heart. And I just pray that y'all have a great couple of weeks. And if you can, slow down and really enjoy this season before our Savior's birth. And I just wish you all the blessings. And so thankful for you coming and joining me here, and joining Doug as well. Doug, can you say bye? So been kind of fun to have a little visitor in the background. So I know Nicole's needlework. Nicole oftentimes has her cat on the bed right there, but today you get Doug in the chair. So instead of I always forget her cat's name, but so the cat on the bed, you got the dog in the chair. So Doug, you wave bye, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.